Welcome back to Wager Talk TV. I'm Ross the Boss Benjamin of WagerTalk.com. It is Thursday, November the 20th, and I got a huge matchup that I'm going to be discussing in the ACC. I say huge from an SMU standpoint, that is, as Louisville travels to Fort Worth, Texas, Ford Field, home of the SMU Mustangs on Saturday, noon Eastern Time kickoff. Right now, SMU is a 2.5 point favorite. Will Louisville be able to play the role of spoiler here as SMU 5-1 in conference play and still alive for the ACC championship game? And all they need to do is win out and hope that a couple of teams that they're in contention with fall by the wayside. Or will Louisville be able to show that they're much better than their 4-3 ACC record shows? So a lot to talk about in this matchup. And before I get to all of that and a pick, just a couple friendly reminders, folks. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Wager Talk TV, hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to do so. And then click on the alert notification bell in your YouTube settings for Wager Talk TV. You'll be notified immediately upon any of our great content going up on our great channel. Also, be kind enough to give my video a like today as I put my best foot forward each and every time I appear here on Wager Talk TV, and just be a small token of your appreciation for the work, time, and effort I put in. And just hit that like button. I certainly would appreciate it. I'm trying to make you happy. You can make me happy as well. All right. Also, folks, let us know who you like in the Week 13 college football card on Saturday. Just leave your picks in the comments section. If you want to tell us why exactly you like those picks, that's fine as well. And your participation is crucial to the success of these videos. And I appreciate each and every one of you who go in there and you're respectful, even though once in a while we disagree with one another, not only with myself, but your fellow viewers. You guys state your opinion, and you don't need to condemn somebody if they have a differing opinion than yours. It is sports betting. We're always going to have different opinions from time to time. And so, in having said that, let's keep it a positive community, which we've done a great job in doing so. All right, so like I alluded to at the top, SMU is a short 2.5 point favorite, and my antennas went up a bit when I saw that because SMU 5-1 in conference play, very much alive to be in the ACC championship game. Louisville 4-3 in conference play and out of contention to get to the ACC title game, and SMU is just a 2.5 point home favorite. So right away, my contrarian mindset kicks into play. And then when looking inside the numbers, the contrarian side, being Louisville, isn't far out of reach from being a excellent play. However, let's go over the specifics and I'll tell you exactly why I feel that way. SMU has been very fortunate in the fact that they're plus 10 turnover differential in ACC play. That's been a key to their success. Not to say they don't deserve to be 5-1, because a turnover rate that high shows that they do that very well, and it's part of the game. And the old saying, if you win the turnover battle, you give yourself an excellent opportunity to win. Well, SMU is certainly a textbook example of that in conference play this year. They're 3-0 in conference home games. However, a little bit askew because in those conference home games, they're just minus 16 yards per game. I should say not just, but they are minus 16 yards per game. So the opposition has pretty much played them pretty even, but the turnovers have been a key to their 3-0 conference home record. Louisville, on the other hand, 1-3 in conference play at home, including back-to-back losses the last 2 weeks at home. But on the road, they're 3-0 in conference play, plus 72.4 yards per game. So the Louisville Cardinals have been very good on the road in conference play, including, they're not beating any soft touches either, as they won at Pitt and at Miami, two teams that are still very much alive in the ACC. And this is a Louisville team that's 7-3 overall, and all three of their losses have come by 3 points or fewer, and a combined 7 points. And not only did they win those two big games on the road against Pitt and Miami, they also beat 9-1 James Madison earlier this season at home, 28-14. James Madison very much alive for the college football playoffs as a group of five representative. They've beaten some really good teams along the way. The SMU defense, by the way, they've allowed 389 yards in half of their games this season. That's 5 of the 10 games they played, and they've been bailed out by forcing 12 turnovers in those contests. And one of those was a 35-24 home loss against TCU, where they gave up 519 yards, and they didn't prevail in that contest. Why? They only forced one turnover. Louisville, on the other hand, is a +3 turnover differential in 7 ACC games, so they protect the football and take the football away fairly well. So we'll see what occurs there. If Louisville, they have to go into this game, you would think, the coaching staff, that is, have to go into this game really drilling home to their players that, taking care of the football, I should say, in this contest is paramount to them having a good chance to win. This is a very rare betting situation for college football. You got a road underdog like Louisville of 3 or less, and they're coming out back-to-back home losses in their last 2 games, and they're facing a team with a winning record, but that team also is win percentage is 7-14 or less. So not, the team has a winning record, but it's not 7-14 or greater. 4-0 straight up in ATS since 1995. The average line in those 4 games was the road underdog was plus 2.1 on average, and the road underdog won all 4 of those games straight up by an average of 8.5 points per game. So I'm going to go with the Louisville Cardinals here on Saturday the 22nd in college football, plus 2.5 at SMU. Again, that's a noon Eastern time start. Stay with me here, folks, because if you want to make money in the rest of college football and the NFL season, you pay attention to these numbers. They're all documented and monitored by Wager Talk, which is the most credible site on the internet today when it comes to sports betting. College football this year, 32-17 for the season for yours truly. That's 65%, up over 52 units, up over 31% return on investment. I am number 1 in units earned this year in college football, and number 2 in units earned in college football, number 1 in win percentage, and number 1 in ROI. Last year, I was number 1 in all 3 of those categories in college football. And in 2023, I was number 2 in all 3 categories in college football. The moral to the story is I'm pretty damn good in college football, especially over the last 3 seasons. As a matter of fact, since the 2023 season began, my college football premium picks, 161 and 106, 60%, folks, and plus 132.34 units. Over that course of time, there's been nobody better in college football in terms of units earned. So college football and NFL since September 11th combined 51 and 31, 62% plus 57 units. Last week, our Weekend Warrior package went 6 and 2. Since September the 7th, NFL and college football weekend picks a combined 42 and 24. Why do I bring up the weekend? Because our Weekend Warrior special continues. $49, folks, will get you all of my college football on Saturday, including any 5% best bet. All of my NFL on Sunday, including any 5% best bet. And I can rest assure you I will have a play on Monday night. That will be included in the Weekend Warrior special. So I gave you all those winning records and the money I've made and how well I've done on the weekend. And so, folks, those are long-term streaks, and they speak volumes in terms of whether that's a fluke or not. Because anybody could go 20-8 in their last 28. When you put together the kind of runs I've had in college football since 2023, and also in the NFL in college football since early September this year, it should serve as a wake-up call. So anyway, folks, take advantage of that $49 Weekend Warrior special. Also, NBA off to a 13-8 start. In my MBA also, folks, 27-13 since last year in my last 40 selections. You can get all my sports premium picks at Wager Talk for a 365-day period for just $14.99. Normally $19.99 for a limited time. We're taking that price down to $14.99. And over those 365 days, you will also get a 25% bonus coupon you could use toward any other expert through the entirety of that 365 days. Until the next time, for Ross the Boss Benjamin at Wager Talk TV, take care and God bless, folks.